What if you worked your whole life with the vision of a dream retirement, only to get there and realize you're going to run out of money? This is the reality that millions of Americans are facing. Despite years of savings, millions of people are discovering that they're not financially ready for retirement. In an article found by the National Institute of Retirement Security, nearly 2/3 of Americans do not have enough money to secure their retirement needs. And the problem is only getting worse. Stick with me as we uncover in this video the financial problems that millions of Americans are facing and a solution to securing your retirement nest egg. I also created a free resource that I will deliver to you to help you secure your retirement. Okay, so what's the problem? Well, the traditional retirement system that many people have bought into has caused retirees to transition into their golden years with two main fears. Number one is running out of money, and number two is losing money. So, okay, well, why? Right now we ask why. Why has the traditional retirement system failed 2/3 of Americans? Well, it's because of three main factors. Number one is inflation. Inflation is rising prices. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, inflation has been steadily on the rise. In 2022, we saw an increase of 6.5%, which means if you are not earning this at least at a minimum inside your savings, then you are losing your purchasing power. The value of your dollar is going down. Number two is taxes. Uncle Sam is coming for his money. Every time you go to take money out of your traditional retirement accounts, like 401ks and IRAs, that money is going to get taxed at ordinary income, which means whatever the tax brackets are at when you take money out, that's the rate that you are going to pay. According to a report by the Tax Policy Center, it is expected that taxes are going to rise in the future as the U.S. deals with a growing deficit. And number three is stock market volatility. Now, we all know that the stock market goes up and down, but my question to you is, for how long do you want to continue to put your entire life savings at risk in the stock market, especially if you are getting closer to retirement? The Financial Times reports that as people get closer to retirement and they're dealing with uncertainty in the stock market, they run an even higher risk of losing a bigger chunk of their retirement savings. In 2008, if you recall, some Americans lost as much as 40% of their entire life savings when the market crashed. These three factors are destroying the chance for millions of Americans to retire because so many people today are relying on traditional retirement accounts like 401ks and IRAs, and they are susceptible to all three of these factors. Pension plans that were given to the baby boomers and created guaranteed income streams in retirement are a thing of the past. Pension plans were once a reliable source of income at one point, but unfortunately today, many of them are underfunded. According to an article by the Pew Charitable Trust, as of 2020, the funding ratio for many state pensions is just 71%. So what does that mean? That many state pension systems could fail to meet their obligations. So what does this mean for you? Well, if you're relying on a pension, you run the risk in the future of that pension benefit getting reduced or possibly eliminated if the funds become insolvent. So what can you do to secure your retirement if you've been saving all these years in traditional retirement accounts like 401ks and IRAs? Well, the answer is simple, and it's a favorite of many of the wealthy elite. It's called a fixed indexed annuity. A fixed indexed annuity is a financial product that offers the guaranteed income that you need in retirement with good growth that outpaces inflation and without the risk of losing money. According to the Annuity FYI, which is a leading resource in annuity products, FIAs are a powerful tool to lock in your retirement security. Now let's dive in and understand some of the benefits of these products. Number one is guaranteed growth. Some FIA products offer guaranteed growth year after year, regardless of what the stock market performs like. Number two is no stock market risk. Unlike 401ks and IRAs that can lose money in a market downturn, FIAs offer growth linked to the performance of the stock market without any of the risk. In fact, in a study done by the National Association of Fixed Annuities, they found that annuities actually provide more stable retirement outcomes as opposed to those stock market-based retirement vehicles. Number three is taxed as rolled, meaning if you're rolling in a traditional 401k, IRA, 403b, TSP account pension plan that is growing tax deferred, your annuity will also grow your money tax deferred, which means taxed when you withdraw at retirement. However, if you're rolling in a Roth 401k or Roth IRA, well then the interest inside of your FIA, your annuity, is going to grow accessible to you in the future, all tax-free. Just remember, however the original account was set up to be taxed, that you are rolling into your FIA, that is how your FIA will be taxed. Number four is fee-free options. According to an article by Forbes, the average cost of owning a mutual fund inside of your 401k or IRA could be anywhere from 3 to 5% in fees. Some FIAs are completely fee-free. They don't even charge you a fee for opening up the account or for managing the money inside. Number 5 is lifetime income. One of the biggest advantages of FIAs is the fact that they can give you a guaranteed income stream in retirement. Money that you know you have coming in regardless how long you live. You can never outlive the income stream. According to AARP, this can be a major benefit because many people today are outliving their retirement savings. And in a 2020 report by the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, the life expectancy in the United States is on the rise, meaning people are living longer, so they're going to need more money. Women are expected to live until age 80, and men are expected to live until age 75. And number 6 is inflation protection. Many FIAs offer inflation riders or increasing pensions, where you can actually get more money every single year out in your pension to help keep up with inflation. According to the National Bureau of Economic Research, inflation is one of the biggest threats to retirees' financial well-being, and having a strategy to counteract that is critical. Now you might be thinking, that sounds too good to be true. What's the catch? Well, I always say there's no perfect product. So let's dive into some of the disadvantages of an FIA. Number 1 is going to be their surrender schedule. Think of an FIA like a bank CD on steroids, where your money is on contract from anywhere from 5 to 7 to maybe 10 years or longer. During that time, the annuity company is not going to allow you access to 100% of your money. Most will allow you access to anywhere from 5 to 10% of the value every single year until the contract is up. But if you were to need access to more than that surrender amount is allowing, well, then you might incur some surrender charge penalties. Number 2 is going to be limited liquidity. While you can access the value once the contract matures, if you are past the age of 59 and a half and you are considering opening up an FIA, it's important that you know that this contract is not going to be considered liquid for you, as if it were inside of a 401k or an IRA that gives you access to your money after age 59 and a half, because of the fact that there is that surrender schedule. So what that means is if you have to get access to a significant portion of your FIA, you might incur some surrender charges to do so. So I never recommend that somebody that is already in retirement put 100% of their money in an FIA for these reasons, because they have limited access and liquidity. Number 3 is capped on returns. Now, I always say these products aren't too good to be true. They're just too good to be free. So there's always a way the annuity company is going to make money, and a lot of times it could be through inserting a cap or a participation rate or using low volatility indexes. So let's just say, for example, that your cap is at 10%, but the market does 12. Well, you're only going to get credited 10% in your FIA. But if you're going with a participation rate of maybe 200% and the market does 10, well, 10 times 200% is 20%. You'll get credited 20% in your FIA. So sometimes these things can work for you, but sometimes they can work against you. It's important to know your options. Now I'd like to share with you what financial guru Tony Robbins has to say about fixed indexed annuities. In this article, he says that my objective is to outline a financial strategy that many are unaware of, one that provides a safer money option in turbulent times. Indexing is a specific strategy that has been around for quite some time and is available in a variety of financial instruments, from market-linked CDs to annuities to life insurance. Products with indexing generally provide the following benefits. 100% of your principal is protected from market decline. You earn a fixed rate of interest. The interest crediting rate will never be less than 0%. When the index goes up, any interest credits are locked in. Your interest grows without tax until payments are received, if it's a Roth product, of course. And while there are generally penalties for early withdrawals, there are no annual management fees withdrawn from your account value. Okay, enough talk. Let's actually see how these accounts really do work. This is an example of an individual that was 50 years old that had $500,000 inside of any traditional retirement account, like a 401k or an IRA, and they were planning to retire at age 65, so they just basically wanted to put this money somewhere where they could park it with guaranteed growth and with no risk of loss. Well, here we are looking at this fixed indexed annuity where we're going to be getting a guaranteed 4.2% compounded interest every single year, plus whatever the index is actually going to perform at. Now, we are paying a fee for this because we're getting a guaranteed 4.2% every year, so we're going to pay a 1% fee for it. But guaranteed growth, right? So we don't have to worry about it. So you're going to see assumed interest over here. This is the actual rates that somebody would have received inside of this annuity over the past 30 years, actually what they would have seen their account perform by. So again, if we are just putting in that $500,000, and let's say if we look all the way until basically age 65, right, when this person would go to retire, we are basically looking at an account value of, let's put this up a little bit so you can see it. We're basically looking at an account value of $1.356 million inside that plan. So basically saying that that $500,000 could grow to about $1.356 million in 15 years. And then let's say they want to get that guaranteed pension, that guaranteed income stream in retirement. Well, if we just shoot over here a little bit to the left, you're going to see LIR, lifetime income, which means guaranteed lifetime income in retirement. We are looking at a guaranteed $79,731 every single year in retirement until this person passes away. So this is showing the lifetime income benefit rider with a guaranteed 4.2% compounded interest earned every year, plus whatever the market does. Now let's look at this exact same example without the lifetime income benefit rider so you can see how that works. Okay, here we're looking at, again, the exact same option, but this time we are removing that 4.2% guaranteed compounded interest every year that they're paying that 1% fee for, and we're just relying solely on the actual index to see what we're going to earn. Now, I should also mention, I'm using two different indexes here. We are using 50% of our money going into the NASDAQ capped at 10%, which the NASDAQ is just the top 100 pretty much tech companies out here in America. And we're also using an uncapped low volatility index that shows an average rate of return of about 13%. It's called the BNP Technology Index. So this is actually what these indexes would have done over the last 30 years if money was in them. So if we look again at that 500,000 and we put that in until age 65, right? We're actually looking at an annuity value of about 1.589 million, which is just slightly higher than the other option, mainly because we're not paying a fee. Now, obviously, we don't get guaranteed pension income in this product because we didn't add the lifetime income benefit rider, but you can still take out a percentage of the annuity value just like you would if it was your 401k every single year to live off of in retirement. So if we just want to take out, let's just say 4% of the value of the account every single year, it's not guaranteed, right, that we're going to get this money, but this is just an estimate. It's looking like by age 66, we could start taking out 79,000, then 67, 85,000, then 91, then 88, then 87, then 92, eventually taking out 105,000 by age 75, eventually taking out 112,000 by age 80, 134,000 by age 85. And the reason why that pension stream is essentially increasing is because we're not depleting the account, right? Our annuity over here, it's still growing and earning interest. So we're essentially taking out less than what it's earning to grow, which is a good thing, which means we're basically living off of the interest. And this is one of the ways that we can do the account completely fee-free. Now you might be wondering, how do I get started with an FIA? Well, you have two options for opening up your FIA. You can simply roll over an old retirement account from a former employer, or you can open one up by purchasing it with cash from your bank account. If you are looking at rolling over money from an old retirement account, you have to make sure that money is actually eligible to be rolled over. If you're under the age of 59 and a half, you typically have to be separated from service, or you have to have left that job that retirement plan was at in order for it to be eligible to be rolled. If you're over the age of 59 and a half, you can always call and check if you're still employed. Sometimes you could be eligible for what's called in-service distributions. Either way, you're going to want to call the investment company that has your money, and you're going to follow these 3 steps. Number 1, you're going to start by wanting to find out what investment company actually has your 401k. You can simply find that on a statement or by asking HR at work. From there, you're going to want to actually call that investment company to find out if your money is eligible to be rolled over. From there, if they say yes, you're going to want to ask them, well, what's the process to roll my money out and into another qualified plan? I created an entire guide for you with the questions that you would need to ask to see if your money is eligible to be rolled over. All you have to do to claim it is just drop your email in the comments below and I will get it sent right out to you. When you move your money into a fixed indexed annuity, you're setting yourself up for financial security in retirement. With guaranteed growth and guaranteed income, you'll never have to worry again about what happens in the stock market. According to the U.S. Department of Labor, the risk of outliving your savings is one of the top concerns for most retirees, and fixed indexed annuities offer an effective solution for this problem. If you're tired of watching your retirement savings get eaten alive by inflation and taxes and stock market volatility, it's time to take back control of your retirement future. Fixed indexed annuities are the only way to secure yourself a guaranteed income stream in retirement. So hopefully you like this video and you got a lot of value out of today. Do me a favor and just share it. Share it with anyone you know that has recently changed jobs, recently gotten laid off, or maybe getting close or into retirement already that has money saved up that they need to protect and preserve. If there was value that you found in this video, please give me a thumbs up and click that subscribe button to hit the bell to turn on notifications so that you can get notified when my next video comes out, because I release a new video every single week and I wouldn't want you to miss it. Thanks again for tuning in. Again, remember to drop your email below if you want that list of questions to ask to see if your money is eligible to be rolled over for retirement. And I look forward to seeing you all back here next week on YouTube.